So what? Is your heart pounding with the beat? Am I getting through to you? Show me what you got. I'm counting on y'all.
My boy.
What's up, Darryl?
How you doing, dog?
I'm good, dude. It's the off season.
Yes, it is.
We don't usually do off season content, but
I am the off season, man. I live for the off season. It's a time when I can. It's a time when I can condense. It's a time when I can think about the season. I can reflect. I can think about what's good, what was bad, and this has been a good off season so far because
it has been a good off season.
It ended on a good note for my team.
Yeah, ended on a sour note for my team, but we're doing good in recruiting, and I think we're gonna have a bounce back year.
I don't know, man. Y'all had the shoe game. What more can you ask for than that after having a national championship season?
You're right. We just lost Eric Gilbert, one of our star players. He was a really good tight end. He transferred to Florida.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
But we got Will Campbell, a guy out of Monroe, Louisiana, committed to the 2022 class.
In most cases, folks with
four-star offensive lineman.
In most cases, the people with the last name Campbell tend to be good football players, in my experience.
Mm-hmm. This kid's a beast. He's like 6'6", 2 something. He's a guard. He's huge, or a tackle. He plays offensive line, and it's cool because this LSU logo on my shirt. He goes to Neville High School in Monroe. Mm-hmm. They have this same logo, except they're like black and orange, but they're also the Tigers.
Ah, interesting.
So, like,
I didn't know they could.
Of course, he could be LSU.
I didn't know they reused that logo.
Yeah,
because I know the Georgia Green Bay Gilmer logo, like everyone uses the G.
High schools can use the logo without any kind of trouble. Also, high school uniforms copy college uniforms like crazy. Go look up the Crosby Cougars uniforms right now. Go look up Crosby High School's football uniforms.
I want to look up something else because I wanted to tell you about a thing. I just remember all the stuff's coming back to me. Crosby High School?
Crosby High School. Look up their uniforms.
High school football.
I think they'll be very familiar to you.
See, now I'm curious. You got me interested. Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Hang on. Let's see. I already know. I can already tell.
Yep.
Hang on.
Except they wear red. They went to state this past year. I think they won too. They look like A&M's old uniforms. Same font and everything. Subtle differences. Not the shoulder stripes are different. But I noticed that because Crosby's not too far from me. So I noticed that when we were, some of their highlights popped up.
Yep, there's a comparison, folks. Same font, different color, obviously, but same font. They even want to be the same helmets. It feels like interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also, if you think about it, a school we're very familiar with, Little Cypress. Think about their helmets; they look exactly like LSU's helmets.
Yeah, I guess they do, don't they? With the
same style, everything.
Three
LCM with the bear logo. It's the same thing.
I hadn't even thought about it, but I guess you're right.
Yep.
Also, are you on your end? Can you see? Are we good? Do we look fine?
Yeah,
everything's
completely
good.
Fine.
Everything sounds right.
My phone's right here. We're both on good Wi-Fi now, and I have a pop socket on my phone.
You love to see it.
So I can lean my phone up. It's actually a wallet. There's a wallet built into this.
Well, how nice. And of course, it's purple and gold. You can't go wrong.
Well, I mean, it's got the tiger eye on it.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
I was told you have a cold open.
I do. I don't know if you're aware of this, but we have a player in college football who is very similar to Johnny Cash.
Okay.
His name's not Johnny. His last name isn't Cash.
Okay.
But he's very similar. It's in one very specific way.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what his name is?
What's that?
Tate Martell. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Trouble I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tate Martell transferred again. Is it for school now he's going to be going to?
Well, he originally committed to A&M, and then he decommitted and went to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And then he transferred from Ohio State to Miami. And he was there for like 2 seasons, and now he's transferring again. Also, I want to talk about him because when Justin Fields transferred from Georgia to Ohio State, he was like, don't miss. And look what Justin Fields did compared to what he did.
Yeah, you make a good point. Before we continue that, I do want to, real quick in the chat, Will, we see you, man. He says, how are y'all in the offseason?
What's up, Will?
Since day one. We've been doing good, man. You know, it's been good. It's been nice to get away from football a little bit, think about other things, and then think about football again in a different context. We've been good, man. Hope you've been doing well as well. Obviously,
I saw Will not too long ago.
Okay, well, I've been off the
We've
grid,
been hanging
man.
out a little bit. Yeah, y'all been doing stuff. I helped Will move some furniture from his aunt's house to his mom's house. It
Very
was a
nice.
good time.
Yeah, man. It's what were you talking about? You're talking about Tate Martell. Where's he? Do we know where he's going, or is it just transfer?
He hasn't
right
decided yet. I have a guess that he's probably going to go to Tennessee, but I doubt it. That's my guess. He might go to Tennessee. Although, if he thinks he's better than Haynes King, he might end up back at A&M, but I doubt it. I don't think A&M, the culture at A&M, would want him there.
Would not want him. I have a highlight for you.
A highlight.
A highlight. Well, not a highlight necessarily, but just a piece of news you might find interesting. Okay, so let me gauge your excitement. If you are a fan of college football and you have a team, et cetera, and you find out that a 5-star recruit is coming to your school, to what level of disappointed would you be if you found out, or excitement would you have if you found out it was a kicker?
Okay, come on.
Yeah, that was my thought
Come
too.
on.
Like, okay,
I'm
great.
glad you're here.
You're not gonna get hype about it,
5-star
though.
kicker?
Yeah, you're not gonna get hype about it though. You're just gonna be like, well,
I mean,
I hope we don't
a
need
kicker
him that
could
much.
a kicker could be the difference between winning or losing a game.
That's
If
exactly
he's
right.
5 stars, this kid's got to be good.
The reason I mentioned this 5-star kicker, Garrison Smith commits to Michigan State. Michigan State, I tell you what, if they got a good defense next year, watch out, because they could win some of those slow burner games if this Garrison Smith is immediately going to make a difference.
Hey,
If you're the type of team that can pin somebody deep each time and play defense,
is he a kicker or a punter?
he's both actually, but I think he mostly kicks. I think he can
Okay.
punt, but he
Because
mostly
you can't. If he's a 5-star, do you know how deadly accurate this kid's got to be if he's a 5-star recruit?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does it take to be a 5-star kicker? For you to go, for ESPN to sit there and go 5 stars. How do you get that 5th star?
This kid's got to be amazing. I'm talking like he has to like never have missed a kick.
You got it.
Like this kid's got to be kicking from the parking lot if he's that good.
You have to be deadly. I mean, you have to be like Tiger Woods accurate of like pinning it inside the 5 consistently and have just
Talk
a
about
hell
like
of a leg on
Justin
you.
Tucker levels of accurate. If you're a 5-star coming out of high school.
Will says if it's a Justin Tucker 2.0, I'd be happy for college. Yeah, and I mean you got to think about it too. If this is a guy that's gonna get you field goals from 50 plus, which
Like
is
Cade York hit against Florida.
I mean
He pulled up from the parking lot.
in the fog.
In the fog, too.
That was the most honestly. I'm next to the Green Bay Dallas game back in 2018. Whenever it was Zach and
Mason Crosby hit that.
Mason
thing.
Crosby hit 2 because he got iced once. He hit both of them back to back. That was next to that. That was the most clutch kick I've ever seen in football.
Yeah.
It was hell of impressive.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Also, I have a handle for my water bottle now,
Oh, very nice.
so I don't have to sit here.
You've been getting the merch.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
This shirt's brand new.
You gotta stop getting merch and get a new laptop, man. You gotta cut the
Oh, my
merch.
computer's fine.
Oh, okay.
It just I needs a new battery and maybe a RAM upgrade. But other than that, it's good. It's a badass machine.
It's not a whole lot, a whole RAM upgrade.
But my MacBook is from when you could actually work on MacBooks and like take them apart and put new memory in.
Yeah, they
batteries.
don't let you do that anymore, do they?
I mean, you can, but it's very difficult. You have to have tools. I
Yeah.
could do this. I really want to take the disk drive out of my computer because I never use it, but I don't know if that would impede the function of my computer.
I don't know. It's a good question.
That is a good question.
Well, we got some off-season highlights to go through. It's not highlights necessarily, but just things that happened in the off-season so far.
Some new stuff. We talked about Tate Martell already.
Yes, of course.
That was on my list.
Do we know? We don't know where he's going. He just
don't
is
know where he's
transferring.
going.
Right.
He just is transferring. But during the craziness that was last season with COVID and everything, the FCS decided to postpone their season to the spring. That season kicks off here in about 2 weeks on February 13th.
I completely forgot about that.
With McNeese State versus Tarleton State.
Huh.
And then I'm going to use us talking about the FCS, the tie-in of the next topic. But yeah, it's going to be cool. We might get to watch some FCS games that you normally wouldn't have seen. I think North Dakota State makes it 9 out of the last 10 national championships.
Oh man, I really hope so. I would love to see that. North Dakota State.
They're 8 out of the last 9, which is ridiculous. Like,
isn't that wild to think about?
Yeah, and people talk about, they should move up to the FBS. No, they shouldn't. They'll never do it. They're going to stay right where they're at and keep kicking ass. That's what they're going to do. Well, they're my unofficial FCS team. If I had to pick an FCS team, it's North Dakota State, 100%.
Honestly, man, you think about, like, they talk about the dream job in coaching, and everyone says it's in Austin. Like, you want to be the coach of Texas, and maybe you do because that's where the publicity is. But honestly, man, if I'm a coach, I think the dream job is just to go somewhere that is historically good, like a North Dakota State, like a Marshall, and then just sit and comfortably, like, have a reasonable schedule. Like, just work on the players, work on the kids, because there's players there that get drafted. Number one.
Well, like, look at all the other FCS programs that are powerhouses, like James Madison and South Dakota State, even. Like, all these others, like, you just get to sit and, you're known because you're a college football coach, but you're not like Nick Saban levels of known. Yeah. And, like, you just get to make a good salary. Do what you love to do.
Make a reasonable career, low stress. I mean, I won't say low stress, but reasonable levels of stress. Not like you're going to get fired next year if you don't beat Nick Saban this year type levels of stress. Yeah. So to me, that's the dream job. I wouldn't want. If I was a coach, I wouldn't want these high-profile jobs personally.
Yeah. Well, look at how many coaches have gone from North Dakota State to the next level and had success. Like, I think their old coach is at Kansas State now, and Kansas State's been doing decent.
Yeah. Will asks a good question. He says, where'd it go? I just lost it. Will says, any major college coach changes? Which, actually, yes, there has been quite a few changes.
Yeah. LSU, we filled out our coaching staff. We hired Durante Jones.
Got Bo Pelini out of there. That defense needs to do something next year.
Get out of here. We hired Durante Jones, who was the defensive backs coach for the Minnesota Vikings. We hired Blake Baker as our linebackers coach, who was the previous defensive coordinator at Miami. We hired, I can't remember the guy's name, but we hired somebody from the Jets to be our defensive line coach, I think. We hired somebody from the Jets, but I don't remember his name.
I didn't realize they did that.
Passing game coordinator.
I didn't realize they did that thorough of an overhaul, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
That whole defense had to go.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, if you look at the teams last season that gave up an average of 7 points per play on defense, it was LSU, Vanderbilt, Akron, and UNLV. Not very good company to be amongst when it comes to defense when you're talking about LSU.
Especially if you're in the SEC, right?
But I mean, Vanderbilt's in the SEC, but like not really.
Yeah, they're like
here because they're a founding member and they're like the best academic institution in the SEC.
They're like the Kansas of the SEC for the Big 12.
Yeah.
What other coaching changes? Steve Sarkisian, I'm sure you saw, Will, went to Texas.
Head coach from offensive coordinator at Alabama to being the head coach at University of Texas.
Which before that he was at USC, I believe. He went to
also at Washington.
What's his face has gone from Auburn. Gus Malzahn is out.
Gus Malzahn.
Which shocked me because although Gus Malzahn has been in a bit of a slump, he still was able to get them to the Natty and able.
Who did they hire? I forgot who they hired. Harrison. They hired the head coach from Boise State.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you.
Brian Harrison. And then Tennessee, although Tennessee's in a little bit of trouble right now. Their athletic director resigned. Their head coach got fired. And they hired the head coach from UCF, Josh Heupel.
Yes. You want to go ahead and explain the trouble Tennessee was in?
Yeah, Tennessee is facing sanctions because they were giving money to recruits in McDonald's bags.
Yeah.
Which is very against the rules.
Which I found a meme that I thought was very appropriate as soon as I find it. Yeah. How on the like how just straightforward is that? You know, to be handing it out. And then I saw this meme, Will, both you, Will, and Spencer. I found this meme that I think you guys will both appreciate. This was on the A&M meme page. Let me know when it pulls up.
I believe it. The A&M people make great memes.
Did you see it? Does it come up yet? I know it's delayed for you.
Yeah, it's not.
Wait for it.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I know, right?
I love it so much.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
But yeah, it's kind of wild just to think. It kind of the last time I think there was a big thing like this that came out that scandalous as far as recruiting goes was whenever I think it was Laramie Tunsil that had just got drafted, and on draft day
there was a picture taking him a bong rip.
Yeah, and so
he was about to get drafted.
Well, that
and
was
they leaked those videos.
Yeah, and so it hurt his draft stock. He still ended up getting drafted. But then, like, after he had been drafted, they were interviewing him about, like, the thing that leaked. And then they were like, did you ever accept the money at Ole Miss? Did you ever get... And he just straight up was like... He was like...
And then Hugh Freeze got caught going to, like, a strip club or something like that.
It's amazing how quickly some of these teams can just go down the drain because of some silly shit.
And
it makes you worried that, like,
because Ole Miss was decent for a couple years before all that happened.
Yeah, they were beating Alabama once or twice.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss has a chance to be decent this year too. They don't have a defense, but that offense is crazy.
Ole Miss is always due for a couple games you wouldn't think they would win.
I saw a poll on one of the pages I follow, and they said, "Who wears the baby blue better, Ole Miss or North Carolina?" And I was like, "Ole Miss." It's just something about the way theirs looks. Although I do appreciate those throwback uniforms that North Carolina wore against A&M in the Orange Bowl. Mm-hmm. Those were great.
Oh yeah. And speaking of, we were talking about Laramie Tunsil and his draft stock getting hurt. Somebody helped their draft stock quite a bit. It was Kellen Mond in the Senior Bowl. He actually won MVP after they won. It was I think he was quarterback of the American team. Hang on, this is I don't remember who this is right here. I was trying to show some quick highlights.
Also, how poignant is it that he is an A&M grad and he got to wear number 12 in the Senior Bowl?
Oh, I know, that was pretty appropriate.
Yeah. He probably asked for that. Mm-hmm. I feel like he asked for that.
There he is. Yeah, I would imagine so.
I know I asked you this the other day, but I'm going to ask it on air.
Please do.
And I know what your answer is already. So, like, let's say you play college football somewhere and you're a beast. Okay. And you have a great career, you break all kinds of records, you win a national championship, you might win the Heisman, something like that.
Right.
Would you rather have your number retired, or would you have your number be given out to only certain players, similar to what A&M does with 12? Although I know 12 wasn't really like a player's number at A&M.
Yeah.
Or similar to what LSU does with number 7 and number 18. Mm-hmm. Although 18 only goes to senior. So, like, let's just say number 7 at LSU. Would you rather your number be given out to only certain players, or your number be retired?
I would want it to be a certain player thing, because if you retire a number, what happens is people just forget, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, certain people remember, but if you make it a tradition of, like, every year this player gets this, you know? I know there's one at LSU, I think, that, like, a defensive player. Yeah, 7. The defensive player always gets it.
Well, no, it's not just.
It's just whoever they think is a beast.
Whoever
basically
is like a beast is going to.
Yeah. Whoever
this past year, if he wouldn't have opted out, Jamar Chase was going to wear 7.
Yeah, right.
Leonard Fournette wore 7. Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, DJ Chark, Jacoby Stevens, Grant Delpit.
Right.
Like players like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And my answer is also the same, because, like, you watch an LSU game, you know where number 7 is. Mm-hmm. Like, you know number 7's coming for you. Like, if he's on defense, you know number 7's a beast.
Yeah.
Or if he's on offense. I would love to see them give number 7 to a quarterback at LSU. That would be great. But
I thought Mettenberger wore 7. Did he not?
He wore 8.
Mettenberger
wore 8. Mettenberger was never good enough to get the 7.
I just remember Mettenberger's name, because I feel like I don't know, maybe it's just my memory clouding and being wrong, but I just remember Mettenberger winning a bunch of really important games. Like, didn't he beat
Not really.
Alabama one year?
No,
He didn't? Okay.
he
I guess I'm making that up.
because he was the quarterback during that drought of like 9 times we lost to Alabama.
That's right. Like, right after the LSU never crossed the 50 in the national championship one year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That stings.
2012. We beat them, and then they beat us in the national championship, and we didn't beat them again until 2019 with Joe Burrow.
I have a play for you if you want to see it, Spencer.
Yeah. I also have a prediction that LSU is going to retire Joe Burrow's number. They're going to retire number 9 when it becomes eligible to be retired.
Oh, you really think so, huh?
Yes, because if you look at the criteria for what it takes for LSU to retire a number, Joe Burrow did all of that. Like, won the Heisman, won every other award he could win, 15-0 perfect national championship season. You look at all their stuff. Like, there's only 3 numbers retired in LSU history. That's 20 for Billy Cannon, 21 for his first name is Gene, and then somebody last name Stovall, number 37. Those 3 are retired.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I think because Billy Cannon won the Heisman in 1959, which is how long it had been. It had been like 60 years since an LSU player won the Heisman.
Yeah,
from 59 to 2019. So
they don't happen often.
Yeah, they
unless
don't.
Unless you live in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So I think his number isn't eligible to be retired until January 13th, 2025. But I think that's when it'll happen.
Let's see. Will says Met in burger, why not cheeseburger? I don't know. That's a good question, Will. I'm not sure why it's that.
Know.
What is Zach Mettenberger doing even now? Is he a backup for somebody?
No, he does. He's out of the league.
He's just done.
He played. Yeah, he got drafted and he played for the Titans. But I think he's out of the league. I don't know what he's doing these days.
Gotcha. Did you happen to watch last weekend? Because I got a play for you. It's not a college football play because obviously the season's over. But did you happen to catch the Buffalo and Kansas City game a couple weeks ago, Spencer?
I did not. I haven't watched any NFL.
Gotcha.
I'm probably not going to watch the Super Bowl either.
Well, you need to watch this play because this is going to make you wet. All right. This is a play. This is going to Travis Kelce. Kansas City doesn't even have any points on the board yet. Travis Kelce, as you know, is one of the best tight ends, if not the best in the league, as far as how much he's used.
Between him and George Kittle.
That tight end is a broken position, and boy, Patrick, what's his name? Andy Reid. Andy Reid knows how to use this man. So check it out. So on this play, number 10 is going to come across.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yes. I get him and Kareem Hunt mixed up. He's going to do a fake
Kareem
handoff.
Hunt doesn't even play for the Chiefs anymore.
No, he doesn't, does he? Holy shit.
Plays for the Browns.
That's right. Anyways.
And he wore 27.
Yes. So there's a whole lot of motion on this play. So Tyreek Hill is going to come running across. You think it's a handoff. And then, of course, there's, I think, number 13 here who is...
Mecole Hardman, I think.
Yeah.
Or... No, 13 might be Sammy Watkins. I don't know who 13 is for the Chiefs.
I don't either. I think it's Hardman. All right, so it's a fake handoff.
No, I think Hardman's 17. Mecole Hardman's 17.
He's going to basically, is really... Wait, this isn't the same play. Is it? Hang on, no. Is that the same play? I'm going crazy. No, that is the same play. Is it? Hold on a minute. I got to find this play. I thought I had it already, but I don't. Hold up, let me find it. Where does this play go? I don't even think... Can you see the screen yet?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
It was just like a run up the middle when I saw it.
That wasn't it. There's actually a play. There's actually a play. Well, shit. Here I am. Caught my pants down. I thought I had this play ready. Where's it? Here we go. This is the one. I was like, I'm talking about the wrong play here. Here we go. Okay. So, same situation. It's goal line, right? And Tony Romo was talking about it on commentary. I actually threw him for a loop, which is how you know. When Tony Romo gets confused on commentary, you know something's gone right. So
it just bothers me. If he can make all these reads as a commentator, why couldn't you have read defenses like that when you were actually the quarterback?
He could. He was good. His problem
I know.
was not...
Like, what's up with all that? Like, obviously, as Cowboys fans, we appreciate Tony Romo for what he was.
Tony Romo was a beast. He was. He had his moments. He got tricked just like everybody does. But I mean, he's a student of the game. You can hear it when he talks. So anyways, Tyreek Hill is going to go in motion here, right? And then as soon as that happens, he's going to go across here. He's going to get set. And then you're thinking, all right, Tyreek Hill is going to go back out to the left. I think it's just Hardman again. He's going to take a little route out to the right. Travis Kelce is going to pull like he's going to go block somebody, like you would do on like a little run play. He's going to pull, but all he's going to do, he's just going to turn, and he's going to catch a little underhanded pass from Patrick Mahomes and go right at the middle. It's such a beautiful, fun little concept. Just whoop, there you are. Just slip right underneath the fold there and just get it. God, that play made me so happy.
Because he throw it forward, if Travis Kelce drops that ball, it's an incomplete pass and not a fumble.
Yeah. Is that right? I didn't realize.
Yeah, because if it's like he like kind of underhand pushed it to him. Let me see.
Yeah, it'll show it again for you.
Yeah, I saw it. That if he drops that, that's an incomplete pass because it was thrown forward.
Isn't that wild to think about how that works?
That kind of reminds me of what back during Tavon Austin's day at West Virginia. They would bring him on an end around, and Geno Smith would catch the snap and then just like push the ball out in the air, and Tavon would grab it.
Yeah.
But if Tavon drops it, that's an incomplete pass because the ball went forward.
Right.
So it's a way to get playmakers out in space.
I don't know, man. I have so much respect for Andy Reid because I just like offenses
He's a
that
great
do
play caller.
wild, crazy stuff.
I'm just glad he's not the coach of the Eagles no more because I don't like the Eagles.
Isn't it crazy that the Eagles got rid of him? They were like, this guy's going nowhere. And then here we are.
They took him to like 3 straight NFC championships, and then they were like, you got to go, bro.
It's because, man.
And then look what happened. It took them for how long to win a Super Bowl?
What did I tell you about 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago? The microwave mentality, man. You got to have a slow cooker mentality. You got to have an oven mentality. You got to let it cook.
Like we were talking about. Yeah.
Will says...
well, you know, Philly's not known for their barbecue.
That's fact.
Kansas City is, though.
Yes. Will says Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett had to compete with some monsters. Yes, that is true. I think that had a lot to do.
I also don't think Jason Garrett was a very good coach, but that's another point.
I think he was a fine coach. I don't think he was the coach by any means, but I mean, you think about where he got him. I mean,
he's better than Mike McCarthy. I'll tell you that much.
Here's a really controversial take. Well, that I kind of agree with that. Here's a really controversial take. It's really hard to win games in the NFL.
I mean, obviously. Unless your name is Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, you might struggle.
Well, and I mean, Tom Brady is just such a veteran at this point. Like that's the thing about Tom Brady. What makes him so good, I think, at this point, he's just seen everything. He's seen every coverage. He's seen every look. He just knows. At this point, he's just going out and doing what he's automatically good at.
He like dead ass picked a team. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
let's go."
yeah, that's pretty much what happened. He was like, and it really does feel at this point. I don't know what the reason it was for him leaving the Patriots. And there's speculation out there.
I'd heard rumors that he'd wanted out for years, but he bided his time.
It truly just feels like
got his money right until he dipped.
It truly just feels like he's an old man who's like, I'm gonna go try a new hobby. You know, like he's like, I'm just gonna go see if I can go just win the Super Bowl with it. It's like he's been playing a game and he's tired of playing it on easy mode. And he's like, let me just see if I can beat hard mode. And here he is with the Bucks, whipping ass.
I don't know if he went from like.
Well, yes, Brady does. He has all the experience.
Yeah, he definitely went from easy mode to hard mode when he went from the AFC East to the NFC South against like the Saints, because the Falcons and the Panthers were garbage this year.
The Falcons had their moments.
He chose to join a division with Drew Brees, and he still made it to the Super Bowl. So
no more Jets and Bills. Although now the Bills are actually kind of diesel.
Now the Bills are really good, but no more Jets and Dolphins.
But
the Bills were trash for so long.
What's the guy's name that's with the Bills now? I can't remember.
Josh Allen?
I like Josh Allen. He's pretty cool. You know, he was unsigned out of high school.
Yeah, he went to Wyoming.
Yeah, he went to Wyoming. And that was only because he messaged the guys at Wyoming and was like, "Hey, can I come try out for y'all?" Like that just goes to show, man.
That kid has got a rocket launcher attached to his right shoulder.
My man.
And he can run. I didn't realize he was that quick.
Oh, he's an athlete. There's no doubt about it. His decision making's got to get a little bit better, but he's still young. I mean, that comes with time. So. Super Bowl is going to be fun, though. I'm excited for Mahomes and Brady. I will certainly be watching that game. I didn't watch a lot of NFL this year. I kind of only watched the playoffs because...
Yeah. I saw a thing the other day, and it was like NFL's always... It's like people who are like big college football fans versus NFL fans.
Yeah.
And it was like... it's like NFL's... they're like, the college football is always the same. It's always Clemson versus Alabama. And as we watch Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
I know, right? Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, back to college football.
I'm trying to look. We covered all the news except for the WAC conference.
The Western Athletic Conference.
Yes.
Is now going to be sponsoring football for the first time since 2012.
Oh.
I was not aware of this until I saw this news release a few weeks ago. They are adding. It's going to be a 13-team conference with 2 divisions.
Okay.
They are adding They're adding 5. They're adding more than just. Some of the teams that are in the conference were already in the conference for baseball and basketball and other sports. But they are adding a bunch of teams. They're adding Lamar University in Beaumont.
I'll be damn. Yeah, they're doing SFA.
Sam Houston. And then they're doing another team in Texas.
Charlton, RGV, Sam Houston?
Sam Houston. No, they're doing Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian, Sam Houston.
Oh, man, they really are.
Stephen F. Austin, Lamar University. And they're adding Southern Utah University.
Yeah.
Also, New Mexico State is going to be in this conference. They were FBS for a long time, and they were independent for a long time.
Yeah.
They now moved down to the FCS and will be joining the Western Athletic Conference.
The Aggies, man.
Yeah. But the exciting news about this is that they're leaving the door open for potential move up to the FBS. So in a few years, we could have an entire conference of teams move into the FBS.
Wow. That sounds pretty fun. I'm into it, man. I like the shuffle. I like the change. That's what keeps things interesting, man.
And I love conference realignment, and this was the most conference realignment news we've gotten.
I'm sure it just wet your whistle.
So
yeah.
It did. But it kind of leaves the Southland Conference in limbo. The Southland Conference was like Lamar, McNeese.
Will says, add Texas State, please. Hey, anything's possible,
Texas State
man.
is in the Sun Belt right now.
Yeah.
Sun Belt's got good teams like Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, Louisiana.
None of which Texas State can beat.
Yeah, I mean, they can't.
You know what I mean?
But it would make sense for Texas State to go there.
Yeah.
But it kind of leaves the Southland Conference in limbo. So the old Southland Conference, they just lost 4 teams.
Yeah.
They just lost. Now they have 8. They're down to McNeese. It's McNeese, Southeastern Louisiana, Central Arkansas, Incarnate Word, which is a Catholic university in San Antonio, and 4 others that I can't think of right now.
It's fascinating to watch, the continents realign. You know what I mean?
But it's going to be crazy to me that Lamar and McNeese aren't in the same conference anymore.
Yeah. How are they? I wonder if they would still do an out-of-conference game every year to keep the rivalry going.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Also...
It seems sacrilege for that not to be the case.
Go in the WAC and be right there with Lamar.
Yeah.
So how cool would it be if in a few years, right down the road from where we're from, 30 minutes in each direction, we could go to FBS games? Think about that.
I kind of like that idea.
I do like that idea.
That makes me want to go to one. You know what I mean? I kind of want to go to.
I've been to several.
I have too.
Lamar games, McNeese games.
But that just sounds fun. It's been a hot minute. It's a bit,
imagine FBS level. You're going to McNeese, watching them play like Texas.
Imagine going to a sporting event post pandemic.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
You Daryl, do you remember sporting events?
I do.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Have you? So do you know what wrestling looks like now? Well, I guess you do, because that's kind of what a lot of sports are doing. But they're doing this thing where you can tune in and watch it online, and then you can have your webcam.
I saw highlights from the Royal Rumble. It looked crazy.
It's wild, right?
Edge and Christian had a thing. It was cool.
They came, Edge came back from injury, and that was
11 years to the day after he won his previous Royal Rumble. He won this one.
And you know what? I think he's almost 50 now, and he's still looking in really good shape. I don't know if you've seen pictures of him.
He's not as thick as he used to be.
No, he's not. But no, he's really lean now. He doesn't have near as much weight on him. But
and didn't several other people come back? I heard Kane was.
Kane showed up. Hurricane Helms showed up. Christian showed up. Carlito showed up. Although Carlito looks in amazing shape. He might mess around. Also, this is a fun fact for you. Hurricane Helms is at this moment, to my knowledge, the only wrestler who has been on WWE, shown his face on an AEW program, and then gone back to WWE.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, because everybody else, typically, if you show up to AEW, WWE blacklists you. They're like, no, you're not coming back.
Same thing if you, which is weird, because they would deny the existence of WWE denied the existence of TNA for years.
That's
but
their
they let
business
Jeff Hardy
practice.
bounce back and forth.
Well, because Jeff Hardy is he's too much of a legend,
Yeah, he's too much of a draw.
But no, I mean exactly. But No, they that's their business practice. They just don't even acknowledge the other place exists. Like there was, I remember when AEW was getting started, there was a promo that Sami Zayn was doing where they were doing this kind of thing where they go in the audience and the audience would ask questions to the wrestler. And so like somebody asked Sami Zayn like, "Why aren't you the world champion?" And Sami Zayn just went off. He was like, "You could have asked me anything. You could have asked me about AEW." And then they like censored it out of all the replays.
Really?
but it was on live TV. It's funny when they do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
AEW puts out a good product, man. I don't keep up with it. I watch it vicariously through you, but like
I watch it every week, man.
I know who Orange Cassidy is because he's hilarious.
We could dead ass do a wrestling podcast, and I'd be all about that shit.
We could. It'd be fun.
But
I have much greater appreciation for wrestling now that I know what it takes to put on a good show.
You watch it differently once you become like a mark. Yeah, that's what they call them. You watch it differently when you become sort of seasoned with it. You don't watch it like a fan anymore. You watch it more like, what are they going to do now? How are they going to get?
Yeah.
You know, what's this person looks like a star. They should really push them. Like you watch it like you like you belong to them. Like you're in the business too. It's weird. It's a strange experience.
It's cool. So, but the Western Athletic Conference.
Yeah, that's all the
previous home of Boise State. It was
Yeah.
the conference Boise State was a member of when they beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the WAC at that time.
That is, it looks like all of the off-season updates we have.
I mean, there's others that are going to come out, obviously.
Oh yeah, we can do another podcast later. I will say though, here's a fun prompt for you. Give me one bold prediction for next year.
Oklahoma wins the national championship.
Ugh, get out of my damn podcast. Damn, ugh. I ain't trying to hear
Think
that.
about it.
Why?
Think about it. They just got 3 transfers from Tennessee. They got Tennessee's former starting running back and a couple of defensive players. Spencer Rattler's going to be more experienced, and he came alive at the end of last season. They returning all of their wide receiver talent. They just recruit well. It's Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma finally puts a season together. Also, I'm gonna make a prediction about my team.
Okay.
I see it. The very worst we go is 9-3.
Okay.
That's the worst we go. If you look at the schedule, I think the best we go is 11-1, with an outside chance to make the playoff. Because we don't know what Alabama is going to be this year. Obviously, Alabama is still going to be very good. But Bryce Young is a very good football player. He's going to be inexperienced.
It is a
but
brand new
have
offense.
A great defense. But look what they're losing. They're losing Devontae Smith. They're losing Najee Harris. They're losing Jalen Waddle. They're losing all these playmakers. But Alabama never regresses. They just reload. They keep going. So
no, you're right. It's a system.
I don't know if we get over on Alabama. So my prediction is 10-2 with losses to LSU. My prediction for LSU is 10-2 with losses to Alabama and A&M.
Oh, you really think A&M's going to get them again?
Yes, I do.
I don't know, man.
Is it the game's in Baton Rouge? Yeah, I mean, because we talked about this. We should go to that game. But I think A&M gets it done. Like it's going to depend on whoever the quarterback is. But look at all the talent A&M's. Which Caleb Chapman's going to be back.
They're returning quite a bit of talent.
A-Chain's going to be back. Yeah, that offensive line is probably the best in the SEC. Like
Will's bold prediction is the Alabama doesn't make the national championship.
I agree with that statement. Another prediction I have is I think Alabama is they're going to lose a game that's a toss-up game, and they're also going to lose a game that they shouldn't lose.
My bold prediction, and you're not going to like this one. My bold prediction is that Texas starts the season 0-3.
Texas starts the season 0-3?
I think they just stumble, man. I think they get out of the gate ugly.
I mean, from watching that'd be fine with me. I'm neutral about Texas, but from watching what they did in the against Colorado in their bowl game, the Alamo Bowl, I think Casey Thompson is their future, and they got Bijan Robinson. I don't know what they're going to be this year.
I take it back. I could think they start out 0-2, and here's why. Week 1, they got your favorite team in college football.
Iowa State?
No, they got the Raging Cajuns.
Oh yeah, Cajuns. Where are they playing at? They playing in Lafayette or Austin?
They're playing in Austin.
Oh, Cajuns are gonna do it.
Then
Cajuns got them.
Then they go to Arkansas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna be the. Yeah.
So
If Arkansas beats Texas,
if Arkansas beat that, I will be. I don't care who.
that's some old Southwest Conference.
I don't care who A&M's playing that day. I'm tuning into that game. I think they start 0-2. I think the Raging
Texas
Cajuns
and Arkansas should play every year.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
There used to be a big rivalry, Texas and Arkansas.
Yeah, in the
They don't play
Southwest
no more.
Conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's one. That's one
That's
bold
what
prediction.
I want on the next NCAA game, whoever makes it. Also, have I told you anything about CFB revamped? Have I told you anything about this?
I don't think so.
I know I've talked about it. There is a team of people who have modded NCAA 14, and they are calling it College Football Revamped. They have completely modded the game. They have updated the way the game looks. They've updated rosters. They've updated uniforms. They've added new teams. They took out Idaho. They took out New Mexico State, and Coastal Carolina, Appalachian State, and Georgia Southern are in the game now.
Will. Did you see Will's comment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Please continue.
So, but I want you to go look up College Football Revamped, like just some comparison pictures, and put them up if you would like.
You want to hear my other bold prediction?
What's up?
Iowa, Big Ten champs.
Iowa, the Big Ten
Hawkeyes.
champs.
The Hawkeyes are doing it next year.
Maybe.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, if they have comparison pictures, I know they do on their Instagram. They have an Instagram.
We'll find it. Here we go. Ooh.
It's completely updated. The loading screens are different. On regular NCAA 14, when you're like in a dynasty, when you go into a game, it shows like a prediction. Kirk Herbstreit gives the prediction. Now they've changed it to where it's Lee Corso. And it's just they've changed the way it looks.
It looks so much like just this one particular image, but like this just looks so much cleaner.
That they've done the entire game. They're still coming out with. They come out with different like updates. Like they're on V8 right now. So every update they come out with new uniforms for the conferences. Go like look up their updates. Like they've got A&M's new uniforms in the game. They've got Michigan, Florida, and Oklahoma switched to Jordan brand. I just saw an update on their Instagram. They did a thing in Dynasty where, because in Dynasty, if you play a lot of NCAA 14, you play a lot of Dynasty. I just saw the picture that popped up. They've got Coastal Carolina and Appalachian State in the place of Idaho and New Mexico State. They've updated all the logos to the new stuff. It looks really, really good. These people work really, really hard, and they put out all of this stuff completely for free. Anybody can download it. You can download it for PC, PS3, or Xbox 360.
Let me get this on my PC real quick.
You have to have a modded Xbox 360 to do this.
Yeah, I'm sure
or you have to download like a jailbreak for your PS3. But
PC though.
You can do it for PC, but they update the uniforms. The SEC pack is out. They put out the SEC pack a while. They've got
they got the new SBC logo. This is making me feel good. Hold up, look at this.
Yeah, it looks really, really, really good.
Damn, I gotta get these people are doing God's work. Look at this.
They really are.
I'm so glad that exists
new
now.
Uniforms. Yeah, it's crazy what they've done. But what they did in Dynasty is if you play a lot of Dynasty and when your recruits come in, they always dress weird. Like they'll have big elbow pads and like the longer sleeves. They've changed it to now where they all have tight sleeves and like their gear looks like
it actually looks.
See, there's Coastal and Georgia Southern you just put on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if they've added Liberty to the game yet. I think that's the one team they don't have, but they have updated everyone's logo. They updated the loading screens, and I'm sure when the next season rolls around, whoever the big players like they've got Coastal's field. Some of the stadiums don't look quite right because you can't edit the actual stadiums, but you can edit the field and the way they look. So some of it looks kind of funky, but
let me go download this real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that. That looks so good, man.
It really, really does.
Oh, man.
I
God
don't
bless
know if
those
I had told
folks.
you about this before.
Trey says it's your daddy. What's going on, Trey? Good to see you, man. Glad
What's
you
up,
made it.
man? I didn't even see he was in here.
We're talking about video games actually right this second.
Talking about a mod. Also, be on the lookout, folks. I'm going to be putting out some content of my own.
Ooh, you love to
on
see
my own
it.
channel soon. It's going to be NCAA content and different like college football content, but I'm gonna start with I got a Road to Glory coming, and I got a Dynasty coming, but I got to get my capture card. And it's just going to be on base. It's not going to be on this new stuff yet until I get a system to play it on. But I'm gonna just be playing it when I first start out. I'm gonna be on base, just Xbox 360, NCAA 14.
This video is called it's NCAA 21 basically. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find like some gameplay of it.
Go to RBT's got.
Yeah, I'm looking at RBT right now. Play the
They got
damn
like
game.
They got like a trailer that pops up at the beginning of it. It's really, really good. Watch the trailer.
Hold up, let me just look up trailer.
Or you're playing at RBT's right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, this is their Big 12 video, which is whatever. We'll take it.
I love RBT. You ever watch RBT?
I do. No, I do not. What did I lie to you?
Great. I love it. Or you watch Not the Expert. You ever watch Drew?
No.
He's good too.
I don't watch any of these channels.
Yeah. It's a lot of like NCAA football 14 content.
This does look really good, man.
Yeah, uniforms
I don't remember
are updated.
I don't remember 14 looking near this good.
Well, it's because it's all updated stuff.
Yeah. Even
But I
the
mean,
graphics
14
card.
still has great graphics.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
But like now they've got all this stuff in HD.
Oh,
They've got the
man.
uniforms updated. Yeah,
What are we doing,
got the-
man?
yeah. I'm getting a PlayStation 3 and I'm gonna be playing some CFB revamps. Look,
Very-
they got TCU's new uniforms.
Yeah, they sure do. I'm very happy this hasn't been shut down.
Why would they shut it down?
Well, I guess no one's making money off of it, so I guess it's
Yeah,
totally
they give it
fine.
out completely for free.
Yeah,
They have a Patreon, obviously, but they give it out
that's
completely for free.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Let me let me go ahead and
So
end the
once I-
stream so I
once-
can go play this now.
Yeah. So when their different patches come out, they update the uniforms.
Very nice.
So
Damn. Well, boy, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm hungry.
I'm also hungry. I got some steaks, some steaks and some potatoes and some broccoli. I'm about to go cook.
Cool. That's a bet. Well, hey man, I will talk at you later. Thanks guys for hopping in. That we enjoyed chilling with y'all. It was a little mini stream today. We just wanted to do a little quick off
We
season
went
update.
about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we
Was
did.
it?
We did. Yeah, it was 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And 4 seconds.
And there's not
counted.
really much to talk about. I don't
Yeah.
know if we're gonna do off-season streams every week. We might do one a month.
We just want to keep it kind of regular so that it's not so out of nowhere when we start again in the fall. And
Yeah.
Keep the
I feel like
creative
that
juices
was
flowing.
one of our problems.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
Trey, we will save
Yeah.
you a plate. Come get it.
yeah.
We'll mail you a plate.
Also, go
whatever.
subscribe to my channel. The two of you that are in here.
Yes, please do.
It's just my name, first and last name.
Yeah.
It was a picture that was drawn of me, and I updated my banner last night
Yes, sir.
on poster my wall. So
Yeah. And go subscribe to my channel
yeah,
because I don't have any subscribers on mine.
I give you $2 a month, Daryl.
You don't have to do that. I appreciate it.
The silver plaque behind your head says otherwise about you having subscribers.
I made that. I made that myself to feel better about things. Well, hey guys, y'all be good. We will talk at you later. We don't have like any sort of fresh. Oh yeah, what's the name of this? What you're gonna plug your channel without telling the name?
My channel? It's just
Yeah.
my name, Spencer Saunier.
There you go.
Also, we never said what this show is. Welcome to the Gameday Offseason podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the Gameday Offseason podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Well, on the Hash Rounds and Hash Marks YouTube channel. This is about all we do, but
we
there'll
should
be
do-
new stuff coming soon.
We know what we should do. We should do that one day. We should just open the stream and be like, "Hey guys, welcome to the show," and then then just run the intro real quick like this, and just be like, "All right, well, thanks for joining us." Just make it like a 30-second podcast.
It'd be funny. So,
All right, man.